Hi there, it's Alan. You should be familiar with this voice and this face by now, okay? So, just to recap what we're doing today quickly, we're going to work the midsection, but we're doing it on the floor to give you a few pointers and some ideas. So, everyone down on the floor, get yourselves ready to go. I'm going to begin with just a light weight. So you can see here I've got a very taxing 2 kilos weight to begin with. Laying in that position, arms overhead, and lifting using the stomach, okay? So make sure that you're warmed up before you go in with these. If you want to make it a little bit easier, we can hold the weight there or there, okay? But it's the stomach that we want to see working as we go in and out of the movement, okay? Next exercise, I'm going to grab my other dumbbell. So I now have 2, legs up to 90-degree position. My opposite arm and my opposite leg are going to work, okay? So my right arm and my left leg are going to move. Going to bring them back to the middle. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Okay, so quite simply, a little bit of coordination required. I want to stretch, contract the abdominals as I come up. If you want to make it a bit more exciting, get your knee and your hand to meet. You can, of course, work the same side for a few repetitions. If your brain's not quite keeping up with the coordination, you may well find that one just a bit easier to begin with. So, by all means, have a go at that. From here, I'm going to come up to seated. So for my seated position, I can use both weights if I'm feeling adventurous, or just one. And I'm going to go for what we call a Russian twist, okay? So you can see there I've adopted a slight lean back. What I haven't done is slouched into the posture, okay? So it's important to keep that nice, straight legs, straight body alignment. So I'm there, and I'm not slouching or taking my legs flat, okay? If you want to make it more challenging, of course, we can lift one foot up or both feet. Okay, that's going to work you a little bit harder then. If you want to work even harder still, we can take the hands up into the air, so it becomes a rotational wood chop type movement. And that'll make it a little bit more exciting for that midsection, really getting into the obliques and the waistline, okay? Next up, I'm going to place the weight in between my feet and back onto the floor. And from here, I'm just going to work some reverse crunch into the movement, okay? So it's important to keep that same bend in the knees, squeeze the stomach as I lift up, stretch as I go down. But you can see there that the lower back is not lifting at all. Okay, try and cycle the breathing into it. So as I lift, I breathe out. I want to work harder. I can elevate the shoulders, or I can lightly support the head and the neck and just lift up a little bit from the floor. When I do so, it's going to make it a whole lot more interesting on that midsection. Okay, so just working from there. Perfect, well done. So once you've done a few of those, again, have a little rest, get yourselves ready for the next one. So, bit of rotation next. I'm going to go from here, out and lift to one side, and then back down, out and lift to the other side, okay? So it's only small movements. What we can do here is use the elbows to help pivot the movement. So you can see there, keeping one elbow on the floor as the other elbow lifts out and to the side slightly, okay? So that's going to hit the midsection as well as the sides. For those of you that want to work harder, which again, I'm sure there's a few of you out there, weight across the chest, same movement. Keeping the neck in line with the spine at all times. And of course, if you want to work even harder still, arms overhead, same movement. But it gets a lot more interesting as we start bringing the weight and the arms overhead, okay? So there's a few ideas there for you folks. Have a little go at that. If you really want to treat yourself, to finish off with, going for some scissor leg kicks. Starting small, keeping the back pressed into the floor. If that's too easy, make them a little bit harder. Take those legs into bolder movements. But I'm literally tucking my tailbone under, pressing the back into the floor, really engaging those midsection muscles to keep me in alignment, okay? Fantastic exercises there to really get that stomach nice and toned up, get you moving, and of course, you can do them at home with a medicine ball, a dumbbell, or even something heavy like a big tin of food or a bottle of water, okay? If you've got rocks in your garden or something like that, you know, feel free to have a little play around with it, see how you get on. Aiming for around 12 to 15 repetitions per side or per exercise, 2 or 3 circuits or sets, depending on how you want to work it. If they're too easy or too hard, adjust. ultimately, give them a try, spruce up your routine, freshen up those abs, get your body ready for summer. I'd love to hear your feedback, so pop a comment below and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, folks. Until next time, I'm Alan Salter. Goodbye.